Okay, Kermit Weeks here, Fantasy of Flight, and I am heading over to the Cal Pacific Airmotive facility where I have not seen a couple of projects in a very long time. Art Teeters was the main guy here for a very long time, and he unfortunately passed away I guess about a year ago or so. And anyway, so it's been a while and I need to sort out a couple of projects here, so let's go see what Lori's been doing. Lori was the daughter that kind of took over the business, and I've got a P-51C plus the P-40E that I unfortunately had a belly in. I told them that it would be running. I'm having flashbacks. There's art right there. Who's this good-looking gal? How you been? How you been? Good to see you. Forgive me, I got the camera going. But I'll let you approve anything we do in the long run. So. Good. Well, good. What's happening? I have not been in here in forever.
This is it. So
oh my God. So who's who here?
So we're busy. We're doing a TF conversion right now, another one.
Yeah.
We've been pretty heavy in the TF program. And then we have an A model that we're doing some repairs, not a rebuild, just a few repairs.
Is that this thing here?
Mm-hmm.
Who's this?
That belongs to Yanks.
Yanks. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, no, I saw this down there when Charlie was giving me a tour. Oh, cool.
And a new bolt-on angle. We're just doing a few minor repairs, nothing major. And then,
oh, cool. Oh my God. Somebody drug that over something.
Yeah, it did. It's my understanding before they purchased it that it was bellied in at one point.
Huh. Where did they get it? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't ask too many questions. People don't always like to say.
Oh, good. Super.
So, you remember Jose, probably. Jose's been here 25 years.
Jose, que pasa?
Nice to see you, Kermit.
What's going on? Good.
Yeah.
And then Carlos has been with us for a long time.
Hello, how's it going, Carlos? Good.
We're doing a gear door rebuild for the Flight Museum up in Washington State.
Okay.
They had some doors that were rebuilt years ago.
Is that the main museum or the Paul Allen stuff?
It's the Heritage Flight Museum.
That was
by Bellingham. That's not the Paul Allen.
Okay.
It's Anders.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So they had some doors, People couldn't always rebuild these. They did what they could do. Somebody had riveted some doors years ago, and they didn't have the proper preload on them.
Huh.
So what we did, we have the inner baffles that have been pressed. So we used the innards that they had that were serviceable, and then spot welded and riveted the door. We have really good clam door jigs.
Oh, cool.
So they're basically a new door, but their link mechanism is original.
Good. Awesome. Oh my God.
Then we've had to couple of repairs. Somebody blew a tail tire on landing, so
Oh my God.
we had to repair the trailing edge, and we repainted that to match. That was the color we had. We have his aileron, and then we built a brand new extension tip for him. Is on the rack over there.
Huh.
So we'll be going over
Is that
the
for a
Hollister.
TF?
For a D.
A D? Okay.
Yeah, so we'll be going over to Hollister in about another week to put it all together. And then, of course, we have our TF here.
Wow, that looks pretty from the bottom.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You don't normally see them that way.
No, you don't.
Oh my God, that is gorgeous. Oh, that is gorgeous.
And then he's
Oh
going
my
back
God.
to a fairly stock panel.
Yeah. That is unbelievable. You've never seen how complicated they are. What is this throttle?
That's an F86 grip.
I'm gonna say that doesn't look.
Yeah, so we build them the way the customer wants them.
Yeah.
Some of them use an F86 grip, so we actually machine this to look like an F86 grip. So that's one that we machine.
Huh. Oh my God, that's gorgeous.
And then Ron, you may remember, has been with us 18 years.
What's happening? Ron the Mon.
He's done a lot of research for you over the years.
Oh my God. Hopefully not in vain. We'll see.
No.
Are these like vents for the air conditioner?
Yeah, it's air vents, and then this TF will
for a
be
TF.
like the original. It has the canopy motor
Oh,
to open the
I'll
canopy.
be darned.
A lot of people don't realize an original TF has the
Really?
canopy motor.
And that was,
So,
they were like out of Tampa, Sarasota. What was the name of that company?
Sarasota Cavalier.
Cavalier, yeah. The kid,
David Lindsay.
yeah, still has one down there with a tip tank.
Yes.
Yeah. But those were, when did they were like in the 50s or 60s?
50s, 60s, yeah. They were producing them in the 60s.
Yeah.
So, but this is a Temco version.
Right.
Texas Engineering and Manufacturing Corporation. So.
Cool.
Yeah, and then we're just machining some parts for the TF right now.
Wow.
Rich has been with us 13 years. I think you met him when he was in last.
Oh my God. So these are what, 5-axis?
Yeah, so we have a 4-axis.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the CNC lathe. So we're just machining now some pieces for the ignition system.
Too freaking cool. I gotta get one of these one day.
Yeah.
It looks like fun.
And then we have the CNC lathe also.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So that allowed us to bring a lot of items in-house.
Oh my God, is my press still over there?
It is. We'll go take a look.
Yeah. Oh my
Right
God.
to your left here.
Yeah, I'll follow you. You still live down where you used to live in the valley, kind of?
I do.
Yeah, good.
So here's your press. It's got a lot of good years of
My
service.
gosh, I sold this very early on because I ended up having a bigger one.
You wanted the bigger one, yes.
Yeah, my God. And then I ended up, and we kind of got it running, but I ended up with another 300-ton one.
Yeah.
But anyway,
This
somewhere
is
down
a
the
nice
road.
size. This
Yeah.
does really just about everything we need.
Yeah, that is way too
we
cool. Good for
can-
you guys.
The wing tip rib is about the longest piece we can get in it. We have
Alright.
to put it in kind of kitty corner.
Huh. And I can't remember, what was the tonnage on this?
200.
200. Oh my God. Did a nice job restoring it. Didn't look that nice when I
Well, you know
sold it
art.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So is this my stuff here?
This is yours. This is kind of where we left it.
Yeah, okay.
So, as you recall, we were getting ready to do the left wing build. We did the right wing
Right.
build. And then you decided that you may want cannons.
Right. Well,
So-
aren't these the cannon?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, the difference between the A and the P-51 with cannons is this false spar up front.
Right, okay. Is that really all it is?
Well, and then the cannon bay is a little
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
But basically, you know, you have
Yeah.
the different cannon ports.
Yeah, and I guess originally when I looked into it a little bit more, that also had like an articulating scoop,
Yes.
like an XP-51.
Yes.
How many of those, the early ones, did they build?
I'm not exactly sure. There's not too many. Ron's the historian.
Yeah, I'll
He'd be
have
a
to
good
do
one.
some research and look
So
it up.
what we did, since we had your right hand A built, the wing, we decided for what it would take to drill this back apart and take it down, it would be just
easier
as easy to drop
really?
the gear casting out and build a new wing.
Oh my gosh. Huh.
Is where you left that with Art anyways.
Yeah, okay. And as I remember, I mean, we had bought like
You've
a
got
camera.
some Canon feeds. We've got the camera. We've
Right,
got the
right.
Canon
So yeah,
feeds.
so we were buying all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we are.
Huh.
We do have. I've got the books out over here. We can go over it.
All right, cool.
So
Yeah, yeah.
all of this, we do have the prints for this. Some prints are better than others,
Yeah.
but it's enough to give us an idea of where we need to go.
Yeah, technically they're drawings formerly known as prints.
Yes,
Sorry about that.
yes. They're drawings converted to prints.
Converted to prints.
Yes.
So, yeah, and I think I asked, one of the potential options would be, are there any early airplanes around, data plates, projects? I mean, how different is this than a deep casting?
The casting would be, we can use your casting.
No,
I'm
but
not
I'm
aware
no,
of.
what I'm saying is, I mean, are there other, can you get another set? I don't know.
I would have to check. I know there's companies that are making the, they've been forged, but
Right.
I'm not sure. There were 3 different versions of the gear casting, and I'd have to look and see how the D
Right.
model version would compete with.
Yeah. Interesting.
I don't know that offhand. But
Yeah, I
we
think-
can, we can look, but
Yeah. I think in the case of this, kind of just get my feet back acclimated in this,
Right.
do a little bit of research and find out what all the options are.
Right. And I've got all that over
Okay,
here.
great,
Ron,
okay,
Ron and
good.
I can,
But at some point, I mean, I think the first thing for sure that we need to take care of is the P-40.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's
You
get,
wanna-
let's go look at that.
So we've got everything wrapped up nice in plastic. We're really short on storage over here. I wanted to
Yeah,
open everything up for
yeah.
you, but there's just nowhere to put
No.
it. But I
No.
have a lot of parts photos. Everything that's on the racks, we have inventoried, and there's photos on the inventory line item in our inventory program, so I can show you the parts on your racks. Head on in. So your P-40 is front and center. The
Yeah,
wing.
okay, yeah.
So that's where that sits.
Yeah, and there was, the deal was this had, was in the not-for-profit, and it was damaged. And FEMA came in, surprisingly. I think my angel friends were pulling some strings, and they said, hey, anything that was a museum, we're going to rebuild back to pre-hurricane status. So Art got the deal. This is in the not-for-profit 501c3 that started out as the Weeks Air Museum, but I ended up changing the name to the World's Greatest Aircraft Collection. And I had bellied this in because the hydraulic system blew up into my face, and then before we actually ever kind of got anything going, the hurricane hit, it got damaged, so we sent it out to Art and Cal Pacific Airmotive out here, and they started working on it. But when we got into it, there was additional stuff that needed to be done that we were going to have to pay for. FEMA wasn't, so the project kind of got put on hold, and then we kind of went to the C and the D and the A, and I can't remember where we were, but anyway, things got sidetracked. And but anyway, so I'm in a position now that I think this thing we should just go ahead and
Put it together.
put it together.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
You can see all these Weeks A model racks, P-40 racks.
Yeah.
What we'd really like to do is get the pieces put together
Right.
at least.
Yeah. Okay.
And you have more racks back here.
Oh my
With more
God.
P-40 stuff. We're trying to reorganize the hangar now
see a
because this is
cowling.
just our storage facility. Yeah, so you have some P-40 stuff up over here as well. And then we have some in crates on the pallet rack.
Cool.
Yeah, so your fuselage is over here. We got the engine mount has been cleaned up. It's in a crate. The horizontals here,
Okay.
it's pretty much ready to come out.
Mm-hmm.
Your fuselage is kind of buried. It's back in here. Of course, we have the A right here. Let's see if we can get to the P-40 over this way. So this is the P-40.
Yeah, no big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
We've had them covered and we check on them, make sure they're staying
Oh,
clean.
no, appreciate that. That's awesome. I mean, it's cool, dry, you know, and whatever. Oh my God, all the racks up there. Those little spare
Patterns.
patterns.
It's patterns. So
Oh,
our
yeah.
patterns are color coded. The green is D model, the B and the C is the gray. So
Yeah.
those are the larger pieces that don't fit in the die block racks.
Wow. Oh my gosh. So when you use them as a pattern, how do you use them? So you just to make sure that you make
Well,
the other piece to match, or use it to fit in there and then make the other piece to?
We use them for dimensional inspection because a lot of times the prints don't have the drawings don't have clear dimensions. So we like to have an original of every piece.
Oh yeah, cool.
And we have an original of almost every piece, be it probably not usable.
Right.
So some of the C model patterns we've made.
Right.
But for the rest of them, they're original parts that we have. The candid leading edge there is an original. So a lot of times when you look at the prints and the drawings, you can't pick up accurate dimensions.
Yeah.
So we like to just have the original piece. And I
wow.
said, we've got it for the wings and the fuselage, the empennage. We've got just about every original piece that we can refer to along with the drawings. So now where we are on the A, and this is where we need to decide where we're going with it. The cannons are the straight P-51, so your flare gun mount wouldn't be there. You'd have a pyro shoot out the top.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
you know, for a long time we were going with an A, and that's how that ended up in there.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that can be changed. It can be repaired, however you want to do that. I've been picking up, as we do other things, we overhauled your rudder pedals and just parked them in there.
Right.
I've got some pieces on the bench over there, just flat torque tube, aileron torque tube, lower firewall. That as we're doing other projects, if we can pick up the pieces and overhaul them and get them together.
Right. Yeah, well, I would think, I mean, at least as far as this project goes, anything that is irrelevant is whether it's going to be a straight one or an A, like if a rudder or an elevator, if they're all the same, then you just go ahead and get started on those things now.
So the rudders, the empennage is done. The only thing that isn't done is the wing. We've got your ailerons, flaps, empennage section built. The rudder and elevators need to be fabric covered.
Yep.
But this structure is repaired.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So we really couldn't go much further on this. I was thinking maybe we could put the wiring harness in it and get the panel going, but depending on which version we're doing.
Right, yeah.
The early P-51s used conduit mostly for the wiring, whereas the A model uses a wiring harness. So if we're going to go the earlier version, we need to do the conduit.
Right, okay.
So we're kind of in that situation right now, where to put the flare gun mount.
Right.
Do we want it out
But
the
as
top
far
or-
as structurally, this would potentially be a change and potentially a camera hatch.
Yeah,
deal.
the camera, yeah.
Does that go up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the books over there. I can show
Okay.
you.
But as far as little stuff like elevators and things, you
The
just,
structures are done.
oh, they're all done.
Yeah,
Is there
except
anything?
for your wing. So
Okay,
what
okay.
we have now is instrument panel, hydraulics, some of the internal linkages, the gear parts, those need overhauled. And I would like to at least get those. I don't want to overhaul your hydraulics because we don't want O-rings in until you're ready to use
Yeah,
them.
right.
But we can go through them, we can inspect them,
Right,
we can
right. Yeah,
anodize,
yeah.
CAD
Yeah,
plate,
yeah.
inspect, and
Yeah.
we can get everything
Yeah.
in a nice clean box and ready to throw O-rings
Right.
in.
Okay. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Anything that will let me still think about the options of
Right.
of which way to go. But anything that doesn't matter which way to go, you can go ahead and get started on.
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
All right.
I'm the one that pretty much knows where the bodies are in the
Yeah,
hangars,
good.
so I want to get those put together.
Yeah. No. Awesome. I appreciate that.
But when we started looking into this, we thought, well, we were at a point where we could do the wiring harness, and we did start doing the wiring schematics from the prints and from the manuals. And then, there was a question as to which version you were going with.
Right.
And so, we do need to know if we're going with the conduit or the wiring. So I wouldn't get into the wiring right now. The panel, we can probably go on ahead and restore. I wouldn't do the instruments until you're closer to
Right.
flying, because we don't want instruments sitting.
Right. Yeah. Good. Okay.
But you're
All
going to
right.
go with stock panels, so we can get the panel cleaned up and back in. The engine mount beams are on the rack over here. It's not assembled. The side assemblies are done.
You guys had a little paint booth over there, as I remember.
we
Yeah.
do.
Still
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're pretty well equipped. So again, these are your P-40 racks. So we have your engine mounts here. The side assemblies are done.
Right.
The cowlings, the cowl formers, we need to recondition or overhaul, refurbish, whatever on that. This seat, you actually don't have a P-51 seat. I think it might be a P-38 seat. It was the seat
Really?
that was with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. And so what are options for that?
We need to see if we can find a seat, or
Okay.
I'm not sure. We'll have
And
to
how
do
different is it to something like a D or something? Very different?
It's different,
Yeah,
It's
okay.
the early Schick Johnson, I believe.
Huh.
Whereas the D's, the D's did use some of the Schick Johnsons, but it was mostly Warren MacArthur. But here's our paint booth.
Oh yeah. It's all flashing back to me. I remember when Art showed me that when it first got going.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's nice. We can get a complete wing in there. And Jose is our AMP. He's also a very good painter. Chad and Carlos are good painters. So we can't get a whole airplane in there, but we can get the substructures.
Oh, thank you.
So we've got over here. This is just a couple of the pieces that we went on ahead and rebuilt.
Yeah.
You needed a new aileron torque tube. You had a pretty good
Oh yeah, great.
gash in
Yeah,
it
thank
there.
you.
So most of it's original parts other than that. Original castings. And again, your torque tubes, original pieces. We had to make machine new washers for there. They were corroded pretty bad. Your firewall, the web is new. And the landing is new.
Now,
Some
is
of the
this
pieces-
just below the wing, or this
Right.
is the belly
yeah,
here?
this
So
is the lower firewall below the wing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it sits.
Wow,
it
that looks
actually bolts
gorgeous.
to the bottom of the fuselage.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah,
Huh.
so the bottom of the firewall of the fuselage. So as we're doing others, I've just kind of taken it upon myself to put them together.
No, it's great. Yeah. So
So what we've got here, these are patterns that we put up, and then these are your stringers. Some of them are good, some of them aren't good. You
Uh-huh.
see the red tags.
But I mean those types of things you could be working
that's
on
easy.
too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean any of that kind of stuff, and I mean I'm just sitting here. To me, a great option would be to be able to find a project. Okay. And the other option would be that I don't know. You just I don't know. If you find a data plate or something, and end up doing two of them.
Yeah, the early models are pretty extinct.
Yeah.
They're pretty rare.
Huh. Yeah, we'll see. I'll put the word out.
You would be the one that would be able to find the salvage or the project for that.
All right.
Let me show you up here.
Yeah, give me 1 second. Yeah, see, so what happened was, that was the original wing, but they went ahead and made a new spar. So do you still have the old spars? The original, what was in there?
No, so that spar is new for the cannon.
Right, but my question is, the original one with the guns.
It doesn't, you get a gun port spar, a short gun port spar,
Right.
It's not near that big.
Right.
So yeah, we still do have
Well, the original.
the gun port
Yeah,
spar.
yeah.
Right.
That was my question.
Yeah.
So we do have that. Okay.
Yeah, but these ribs here that are in, those would be a one-piece nose rib.
Right.
But they're split for the cannon.
Right. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that whole section below the main spar that you're looking at is specific to the cannons.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, that would have been the gun port there for 3 guns or
Right.
2 cannons.
Right.
So we were looking at doing one with a cannon thing because nobody's ever got anything like that, and they stick out of the front. It would be so unique.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll keep looking into the options.
Yeah, so
what's available.
We do have a lot that we can do. I don't know if you want to cover the control services
No, not yet.
We'll
No.
wait until closer.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That doesn't make sense.
There's always
at this
people
point.
that do fabric work, so
Yeah.
we're losing a lot of these people.
Oh my God! Tell me about it.
So we built a new set of A model stress doors for the wing over there.
Oh, okay.
So these are brand new.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, what was wrong with theirs? Because they just bellied in?
They had some fit issues.
Huh. I'll be darned. And you said you don't know where this came from?
No.
I mean,
I'm not
it was
familiar with the
Yanks, but they.
history. Yeah.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I could grab that seat that they've got over there. I could use that.
That's a Warren MacArthur. It's the wrong one.
Oh, it's the wrong one too. Oh my God.
Yeah. So. Ron, you want to give Kermit some background here? Well, Ron has always been a very good historian.
Yeah.
So you can see over the years, we've developed manuals for what we're doing. This would be what is different on the cannons versus the A-wing.
Yeah, okay.
Basically everything from Station 75 out.
Right. Is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let me figure out, like I was saying with Lori, I mean, ideally the dream would be have an A and a P-51, okay? So you got an original A and one with cannon.
Yep.
So I think the first order of business is to find out, is there anything out there that you could make into a straight, like a data plate or something,
Well, like I was telling Lori, there aren't any P-51.
How many originally were built?
I'd have to look that up. I don't know the number, but there aren't any of those
I think
left.
there only like 500
There wasn't
or-
a lot of them made, but if there's going to be any left, it's probably going to be like buried in a sand dune out in the North African desert,
Yeah,
or
right.
in the bottom of the Mediterranean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
To
Okay.
find one in a collection or something.
Yeah, no.
somewhere, it's not
I
gonna
know that
happen.
doesn't
Yeah.
exist. I'm just saying, is there something we could start with, instead of just building a home built?
We'd have to, yeah, because we would need something to start with.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me.
Probably got good feelers for that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me. Let me think about that. I mean, at some level. I mean, I hate to. There's the argument. How much is original? Blah blah blah. At some point, I think what's so cool is people like you guys are perpetuating the art. Okay. So at some level, yeah, you can say, this airplane's 100% original. It's not going to fly because if you did, you'd have to replace a bunch of the parts.
Right.
I get that. Those are Smithsonian airplanes like this Wright Flyer and the Spirit of St. Louis.
Yeah.
But at some level, it's like, having some representations of things different. So, I don't know. Let me think about it. I was telling Lori, anything that it wouldn't matter if it's an A or a straight Mustang that can be done, go ahead. I'm in a position now where I can go ahead and start working on some of that. And let me think about the options of potentially, ideally, ending up with 2 airplanes. And we'll go from there.
The 2 biggest changes are going to be the wing, obviously with the cannons versus the straight A model or whatever, and then the articulated scoop underneath.
Yeah, the articulated scoop, I mean, EA's got the XP-51. You could go look at that. They used to fly it. I don't know how.
And then the hydraulic system is quite different on the straight P-51 as well.
Chris researched this, and he was saying that instead of wire bundles like they normally have, everything's in with conduits.
Right,
in
okay.
the P-51.
In the A or the straight P-51?
In the straight.
Oh, the straight. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess the A is where they probably changed over to the regular bundling.
Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, all right. Well, we'll...
So we had a picture here of the cameras he was looking at.
Yeah, because a long time ago I bought the camera.
Yeah, we do have the camera. So they're actually... We've got a picture here. So the camera goes in this area.
Okay, cool.
There's 2, right?
Yeah,
and then one goes back in what would be the hell hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where does it shoot out? Down the belly?
Down, yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it was interesting
And
because...
I'm sure we bought 2. I'd have to check my inventory, but I'm sure you have both cameras.
Yeah, it was interesting because what happened was there was, when I first moved to Central Florida with Fantasy of Flight, I had the the D model flying at that time. And I remember this family up north of me was going to do something to honor their father, who flew in North Africa, and he flew that Snoopers airplane.
Right.
Yeah,
so we've got some stuff on there too.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I went up there and I flew for the service. I never met the family,
over the lake.
but I went up and I flew over the lake there. And they did a memorial in a park on the south end of Claremont there. And I thought, so cool. So I always resonated with doing that to him because he came back from his North African mission. He trained out of Bartow, and then he was killed in the midair over the lake, and he went into the lake.
Right.
And that's why they did the memorial there. So I thought, oh my God, what would be a cool thing, and it's got that cool little Snoopers thing on there. So I've always felt like I needed to do that, but we'll just figure out, how.
We've done a lot of research. Ron's done a lot of research on Snoopers, so we have all that data.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
okay,
he's got it
yeah.
right here.
Yeah. There we go. Unreal. Yeah, there we go. Unreal.
That's just a regular straight one, but there was some stuff on.
Yeah. Too cool. Yeah, it's just something about. Yeah, let me think about that. So like I said, for right now, just go ahead, continue working on. Yeah, that
anything
is just
that
too
could be
cool.
used either.
Yeah.
A few missions on that plane.
Yeah, anything could be on either one of them, and then let me do some more research and talk to some different people.
This, Ron came up with this. This is the main variations between the models.
Okay, cool.
You can take that.
Oh yeah, great, awesome.
And then Ron also thought a nice option, if you wanted to stick it with an A model, would be a Malcolm hood, to which we do have parts for.
Oh, cool.
F6 speed.
Huh.
And that one was flying out of England.
Oh, really? Cool. Yeah, but we got all my original canopy too, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have the bird cage
Yeah.
enclosure. So whichever.
Yeah, these things to me were kind of funky because they just stuck a rack on the outside and slid them back.
That's what they did.
Yeah. I don't know. This was a field job. This was nothing they did in the deal.
Yes,
But-
in the European theater.
But the way you can tell the early Mustangs and the different ones is the Allison's got the scoop on the top because it's got a downdraft carburetor. The Merlin's got an updraft carburetor. So
Just this overall more slender, sleeker looking.
yeah, interesting. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started on anything that can be used on either version, and then let me do some research. And then we can just go in the office and talk about the P-40 thing. Okay, cool. Awesome. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
The Mustang Bible. Yeah. Really nice guy. Did a lot of research at North American before it went to Rockwell.
Okay, so these are the early airplanes. And how many straight Mustangs?
Yeah, so they're just showing serial number 9111-961 to 130. Yeah, so you're looking at roughly 150 or so. Yeah.
No. 19. So it'd be 149.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there weren't too many of those, and then we switch over to the A's.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's a supermodel right there. Too cool.
You.
All right, you guys have a good one. We'll
Thank
see
you
ya.
for coming out.
All right. Oh my God, it sounds like Kermit's got another couple of projects on the go. Anyway, we'll see. It was good. I've got somebody coming down I haven't seen in a long time for lunch. So anyway, over and out.